Hey, I'm Dr. Daria. I am all about making health simple for people who have too much to do. So if you've ever struggled with overeating and felt like you ate a meal or had a snack and then afterwards you were like, I can't believe I ate the whole thing. I can't believe I ate the whole thing. Or you're just like, oh my God, I feel awful. I ate so much. This 5 minute health hack is for you. Because what I always say is we, in today's world, especially when we're adults, we don't stop eating when we're full anymore. We stop eating when the food in front of us runs out. I mean, let's be honest. So today's live, let me know when it comes to overeating and trying to do portion control, what do you struggle with? Are there any specific foods, or what are the tips and hacks that work for you? So please let me know. Please share this with other people that you know are struggling, and we'll try to help everybody. So a couple of really quick hacks and tips I have for you. Number one is to use plate size strategically. So studies have found that when people are eating meals and they're eating them in smaller plates or smaller bowls, they tend to actually eat less and feel just as full as when they're in a larger plate. They tend to eat more. We tend to serve more. So obviously, if you don't even know that the plate is smaller, this works even better. So great with your family. But even if it's you and you know that you're having a smaller plate can still be helpful, because say you take your plate and you don't fill it as large with maybe the meats or the starches or things that you don't want to eat as much of. If you want more, you're still going to have to get up to go get seconds, which in itself is a little bit of an obstacle. So smaller plates always work. Another tip for that is, especially around treats, is to buy those foods that you cannot resist in smaller packages. Other studies showed that when people were given chocolate bars and they were given the same amount in a single chocolate bar or in a bunch of little tiny chocolate bars, they ate less when it was served in many smaller serving chocolate bars. So all those little 100 calorie packages that we see, and half the time you think, well, I could just eat 5 of those. Studies show that you actually will eat less than if you're eating from a single serving. So use portion control very strategically, and especially when it comes to junk food or comfort foods, you want to buy them ideally in smaller servings. Of course, this also works if it comes in a big bag. Just go ahead and pour it into a smaller bowl or a smaller plate. Again, kind of create your own portion control. Hack number 3 tip is to always serve from the kitchen counter and then go eat at the kitchen table. Because think about it, if you're at the kitchen table and you want some more mashed potatoes, but the mashed potatoes are way over on the kitchen counter, now I have to push my chair back, get up, walk over, get more mashed potatoes. By the time I may have decided that they're probably cold, I don't actually want them. It's all this additional work. Versus if they're just on the table, it's pass the potatoes, please. So serve from the kitchen counter, not from the table. It creates tiny little obstacles, which may seem like nothing to you, but over the course of the day, if you create these little tiny obstacles between you and the unhealthy behaviors you don't want to do, you won't even realize. The fact is, they will build up without using any of your willpower at all. Last hack for this is to pack the leftovers before you actually sit down to eat. Serve everybody's food, get enough for everybody, and then for those leftovers that you usually just can't resist, or after the kids have gone upstairs for their bath, you're sitting there eating the leftover fries or the rice or the rolls. Those are the things that you should pack up, put away in the fridge so they're nice and cold, and you're gonna be a lot less tempted. I don't know about you, but a cold roll does not tempt me. So put those away so that you're not going to be tempted to eat them. Hi, Jane. And everybody, those are my quick hacks for the day, especially you're going into the July 4th. It's going to be overeating central. Remember, especially at that picnic, aim for a smaller plate when you're, getting something from the buffet. Studies also show when you're eating at a buffet, don't try a little bit of everything. People who try a little bit of everything end up eating 60% more. Instead, look at the entire buffet, choose the 5 things you're going to want to have, eat enough of those to feel satisfied, get those on your plate, and then take your plate somewhere far away from the buffet as far as possible and have your back to the food. Those are some quick tips to help you going into this holiday weekend so you don't undo all the good work that you've done by 5-minute hack. Share it with anybody who has a problem with eating too much, which we all do, or tends to struggle with their health. And whether you're watching live or after the fact, put in the comment section. Y'all know I come back and I will check and see either what you're struggling with, what you want to know more about, or your own favorite hacks. I learn from you all the time. All right, guys, happy 4th. Have a great holiday weekend. Bye-bye.